Yes. Shall we start?
Yes, sure.
Very good morning, fellow Toastmaster and day guys. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. Hope you all of you had your breakfast and being energetic for an awesome session ahead. I would like to appreciate all of you for making your time and joining the meeting on Sunday. Our 75th Independence Day is here. We can see Har Ghar Triyanga campaign making impact on the entire nation. Everywhere we can see the celebration going on. It is like a festival. And here we can see a couple of members change their background as well. So our theme of today's meeting is also aligned with the same. Our Toastmaster of the day, our Toastmaster Sonic, will be sharing some interesting facts about our Trianga. Stay tuned, everyone. My name is Naveen Kumar. I am playing the role of Sajantam for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the Linkers meeting of SpeakersDen and Capitaland Toastmasters. Our aim is to provide the supportive and then positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop the communication and then leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and then personal growth. Before we begin the meeting, there are a few ground rules that we should all try to avoid by. Please keep your mobile phone switched off or on silent mode. You can have a 5 seconds to do this. Since we are at the virtual scenario, please be on mute when there is a speaker already on the virtual stage. If you want to share your thoughts, please put it on a chat or unmute yourself when asked upon. You can keep your video switched on if that possible so that we can all see your energetic and then smiling faces. Kindly be subtle when speaking about the religion, gender, and politics so that it doesn't hurt anybody's feelings. Also, avoid speaking ill about the organization that we are working in. Please pour in your appreciation for all the speakers using the emoji option that Zoom has provided us. Let's begin the meeting now. To introduce you all what Toastmasters is all about, we have our presiding officer, Toastmaster Tanmay and Toastmaster Aloysius. Toastmaster Tanmay from SpeakersDen and Toastmaster Aloysius from Capitaland. Please put your hands together and help me welcome our presiding officer, Toastmaster Tanmay and Toastmaster Aloysius.
Thank you, Naveen, for such a warm welcome and starting a meeting on such a high note. I welcome all of you, in this linkers meet between SpeakersDen and Capitaland, which has been a unique incident, because it's not just two clubs coming together. It's also a community and a corporate club coming together. While this happens rarely, but today we are here to share our experiences, our ideas, our ideologies with each other. And I request everyone to maintain this momentum throughout the meeting. May I request Toastmaster Aloysius to please come and open the meeting as the presiding officer, as the co-presiding officer of the day.
Thank you very much, President and Toastmaster Tanmay, for this wonderful introduction. Before I start, I just want to explain about what is Capitaland. So we are originally Ascendas. Most of us remember us as Ascendas. We started off in 1994 with the business of creating business parks. So our model is creating business parks and maintaining it. So what you see across Den, earlier the cricket ground and the IT park, now that is called ITPB, International Tech Park Bangalore. Earlier it was called ITPL. And that's how the whole IT industry started in 1994. It was the anchor to the IT industry. Today, as we speak, our company has been acquired by the present company, that is the parent company, which is Capitaland. And we are still in the business of making business parks, but we are bigger and even more enlarged in our stratosphere. So having said this, a few things, the theme 75th Independence Day is definitely the word of the day. It's definitely what we all need to talk about while our Prime Minister speaks about the Independence Day. Yes, we too have a very beautiful theme. And most importantly, about Capitaland, we are also unfurling the national flag tomorrow in our premises, so all are welcome. So with this note, I would like to welcome all the role takers, all the guests of Den, also the role takers of Capitaland. And just to let you know, Capitaland is a group of, here as a Toastmaster, it's more like a group of companies. For example, since we are in the business of making business parks, the companies inside ITPB is close to 90 plus. And we have various companies. So therefore, we have a better bandwidth. We can go in for more collaborations. And the best thing is it's not only a company for beginners, it's a Toastmasters Club that we have for Capitaland. It's also a company for intermediate and experienced learners. So with this, I formally open the meeting for today, formally open. Thank you so much. And over to you, Presiding Officer and Toastmaster Tanmoy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aloysius. And now the meeting is open, which is meeting number 20 for Capitaland and meeting number 291 for SpeakersDen. Now, we know a bit of history about the Capitaland, but we also have a long-standing history of SpeakersDen as well. This club was chartered 10 years back on 25th September 2012. And this golden rule of this club was if you finish 10 CC speech from the traditional manual, only then you can join the club. This used to be a very advanced club at that point. Today, this was the first advanced club in Asia at that point in time. But after the Toastmaster introduced the pathways, SpeakersDen has opened up to include all members from all walks of life. And that is why today we have so many guests joining in as well. May I request, as I see that we have our area director Sakshi Singh, may I request Toastmaster Sakshi to please unmute herself and introduce herself to the members of this Linkers Meet.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tanmay, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Sakshi Singh. I'm the area director for Area B2, and SpeakersDen fall under Area B2. And I'm super proud of the club and the members of it. Just now, before the meeting, I went to the gym and I was seeing in the entire way, there was the flag hoisted everywhere. And I'm glad that you took this theme for today's meeting, because it's really happy and fun to see the entire nation celebrating Independence Day this time, and you all with the same spirit. I'm glad and looking forward to a great Linkers Meet today with Capitaland. So I congratulate all of you to be a part of the club and as well as the area, to have a great year ahead and good learnings. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster Tanmay.
I was on mute. Thank you, Toastmaster Sakshi. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Sakshi for being present in today's meeting as not just our area director, but also as a member of Toastmasters. We also have a division director in today's meeting who is also taking up a role today. May I please request Toastmaster Yashika to please unmute herself and share a few words with the audience.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tanmay, and hello, everyone. Yes, I thought I will be coming at the middle of the meeting because I'm taking a role, but thank you so much for putting me on the spot. Welcome to all the Toastmasters of Capitaland and SpeakersDen and all the guests who have come across this particular unique meeting that we have today. And specifically because we are celebrating our 75th independence, and it's been a long journey of independence, but I guess we are still a long way to go. But the fact that we have come forward to this unique collaboration is the starting of something superb, because I mean, in District 92, we believe that Linkers meeting, rendezvous meetings are something which brings different Toastmasters club together. And this is a start for at least, I mean, Capitaland is a new club, but definitely this is a start for us as Toastmasters and, as a community. So thank you so much for organizing this particular meeting on this Sunday morning. Specifically before Independence, so that we can celebrate Independence Day with all of you. So thank you so much, SpeakersDen and Capitaland, and I wish to have a very great time here, and I wish all the very best to everyone. Over to you, Toastmaster Tanmay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yashika. Glad to have you on board today with us. Now, area director and division director are not only the distinguished guests of today's meeting, we also have guests joining in from all walks of life today. So may I request our guest, Pai, to please unmute himself and come on stage and introduce himself to the group.
Hello, everyone. My name is Pai. This is my second meeting I'm attending for Toastmasters, and I'm glad to be here. So yeah, I said this last time also, I want to improve on my public speaking skills. So yes, thank you for having me here. Yeah.
Thank you, Pai. It's nice seeing you again on this meeting, and I hope you'll be seeing you in the next meetings as well. Now, may I request our guest, Pooja, to please unmute herself and introduce herself to the broader group.
Hi, I'm Pooja Kurade. This is my second meeting, and like 2 weeks back, I attended first meeting. So yeah, looking forward to learn to go away from my fear for public speaking, and yeah.
Thank you, Pooja. Thank you for stepping up to taking this first step towards your public speaking journey, because showing up is half of the work.
Yeah.
Now, before we move forward towards the team mod, may I request everyone, and just to remind everyone, please rename yourself with your role, underscore or space your name, brackets your club initials, SD for SpeakersDen, CL for Capitaland, and for guests, please use the word guest while you're renaming yourself. So it would be easier to know. Now, we have everyone, and with this, I send this meeting towards our team mod of the day, a wonderful team mod, Toastmaster Sonic, who is a NCC C-level certified cadet, a college graduate who recently graduated from New Horizon College of Engineering, and is a very active individual whose energy always keeps motivating us, even in the middle of the night sometimes. But yes, it is what makes him so unique to be the special team mod of today's special meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sonic.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanmay, for that warm introduction. Good morning, everyone.
Good
Come on,
morning.
guys, I can't hear you.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Don't worry, I'm not your manager who's going
Good
to
morning.
give lectures.
Good
Yeah,
morning. Sure,
good
sure.
morning, good morning. So like, I welcome you all in the Linkers meeting of SpeakersDen Toastmaster Club and the Capitaland Toastmaster Club. As we all know that we'll be celebrating our 75th anniversary of independence. But I have a question. Are we still free? And if yes, then what is the true meaning of freedom? If anyone would like to share their opinion, you are free to do.
I think the
Living
word you
on
said,
our own terms.
you are free to do so, is what defines the freedom.
Sir, living on our own terms.
Okay, living on our own terms. Anyone else?
To me,
Freedom is something. Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel freedom is having the independence to do something of your own without depending on anybody else. So yes, I think as Independence Day, we got free from the British, so we were able to take our own decisions rather than somebody dictating the terms here.
Okay. Anyone?
Yeah,
Yes.
to me, freedom is taking our own decisions, doing exactly what we need to do, but at the same time, keeping in mind the rights and privileges of our neighbors and our friends and people around us, so that we don't override into their freedom. So freedom is good as far as it is in the right direction. So in an organization structure, we are free to do whatever we do, provided we align ourselves to the major organization's goals.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aloysius. If anyone wants to share anything, you are free to do it. You can either type that in the chat box, or if you want to say something, please raise your hand. I'll give you a chance. Our flag does not fly because the wind moves it. It flies because so many people from time to time has given their life while protecting it. And here is the second question for you. What does the flag symbolizes? Any idea?
Strength.
The saffron color signifies sacrifice that our freedom fighter have made to get us free from the British rule.
Okay, any other response apart from this?
The wheel represents 24 hours.
Okay.
Sir,
If
green,
anyone else,
white color symbolizes peace and harmony. Peace and harmony, the two other colors, green and peace. The two other colors symbolizes peace, harmony, and unity.
okay, all of you are right. So a flag represents an idea or an ideal. It is neither a mere piece of decoration nor an object to be honored for itself. It is honored for what it represents. Many flags are held in high esteem for their history, for the sacrifices made by the people, and for the quality for which the people and the nation stand. To fly a national flag is a sign of pride and patriotism. It is a positive affirmation of loyalty and commitment. It marks out a country that has confidence in itself and is comfortable with its place in the world and is proud of its history and optimistic about its future. Now, here is the third question. Can anyone take a wild guess when was our flag first hoisted? In which year or in which place? Any guess?
1935.
Okay, not the right answer.
1906.
Correct. I hope you didn't Google that. So yeah, it is believed that the first Indian national flag was hoisted on August 7 in 1906 in Pashi Bagan, which is in Calcutta. The second national flag was raised by Madam Vikaji Kama in Paris during 1907. And in 1917, during the Home Rule movement, the third flag was raised by Lokmanya Tilak and Dr. Annie Besant. Well, more of this in the later part of the segment. So in general, Toastmaster have a 3 segment. The first being the prepared speeches, second being the table topic session, and third being the evaluator. And to evaluate the meeting, we have a general evaluator, Toastmaster Yashika. Yashika is a name from Japanese camera. Taking a page from that, she is a person who loves to spread smile and inspire people, a business analyst by profession, and a dance enthusiast by heart. She is the current Division E Director and a Toastmaster by passion. Over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Yashika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shovik, and hello everyone once again. For the benefit of the guest, I would like to tell what general evaluation is. So a general evaluator basically evaluates the meeting from the start till the end, and then he or she recommends some points of improvement and what went really well in the meeting. Well, this is a task not so easy, and just as we have got independence by the by the sacrifices of so many people, it was a task by a lot of people. Hence, general evaluation is not an easy task. It is done by the general evaluator along with his or her team. Now, the general evaluator team consists of 3 people. It goes by the name tag, timer, counter, and grammarian. Well, I will now introduce you to the different roles and responsibilities, not I, but the people who are in my team. So first off, we have the timer. The timer today is Toastmaster Anushka, and she goes by, she believes that freedom for her is to make her own choices. And she's a product manager by profession, and most of her time she spends playing with her cats. Over to you, Toastmaster Anushka.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yashika. So it's very important to keep a tab on time while expressing our thoughts. Hence, it forces us to be concise. Hence, as a timer, I'll time the prepared speeches, table topic sessions, and evaluations. So for the table topic session, the time spent should be limited to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll show the green card. At 30 second, 1 minute 30 second, I'll show the yellow card, and at 2 minute I'll show the red card. Now for the prepared speeches, generally it should be between 5 to 7 minutes unless is specified by the evaluators. So at 5 minutes, I'll show the green card. Let me just show you. So at 5 minutes, I'll show the green card. At 6 minutes, I'll show the yellow card, and at 7 minutes, I'll show the red card. For the evaluations, the time should be between 2 to 3 minutes. So at 2 minutes, I'll show the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll show the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I'll show the red card. So this is all about the timed sessions. So over to you, Toastmaster Yashika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anushka. Just to add, we also have 30 seconds of buffer time for the speakers to complete their speeches, be it evaluation, table topics, or their prepared speeches. Thank you so much once again, Toastmaster Anushka. Now we move on to a second team member, which is the R counter. And for today, the R counter is Toastmaster Swati. She says that every day begins with new possibilities. Well, today is the day that, that is a true statement, because I also feel that not every end is the actual end, and it's gonna come with new different possibilities. So let me call on Toastmaster Swati, who is working as a senior engineer at Intuit, and she loves to spend her time with her lovely 2 kids, and she is an yoga practitioner. Well, over to you, Toastmaster Swati, for your role as R counter.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yashika. So as an R counter, I'll be tracking all the crunch words and the fillers which hinder your speech, such as and also be tracking the repeated usage of words such as but, and, of, that, this, etc. I will be presenting my report when called upon at the end of the speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Swati. Can we have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Swati and Toastmaster Anushka for their roles? Now, last but not the least, this person is the grammar teacher in our Toastmasters meeting, or also known as the grammarian. Now, a grammarian role, which I would like to call on Toastmaster Chetna to explain. And Toastmaster Chetna says that freedom for her means doing things by listening to your instincts. Well, that's a very thought-provoking statement. Doing things by listening to your instinct. So I would like to call on Toastmaster Chetna, who is a finance analyst by profession and enjoys reading books and craft at her free time. So over to you, Toastmaster Chetna, for your role.
As a grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay the close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll be making note of any misuses of the English language, and as well as any outstanding words, quotes, or sayings. And as a grammarian, I would also like to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word is voracious, which means engaging in an activity with eagerness or enthusiasm. She is a voracious reader. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I would be giving the report, the grammatical usage report and the word of the day report towards the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chetna. Can we have a huge round of applause for our grammarian, Toastmaster Chetna, and for my whole tag team. Thank you so much, tag team. And thus, we will come up at the end during the general evaluation section, and we'll be coming up with the report by my tag team and my report also. Along with this, the evaluation desk also consists of 2 evaluators who are going to evaluate the 2 speeches that we will have. They will come on in the course when the Toastmaster of the day introduces them. With this, I would like to hand on the stage to Toastmaster Shovik, the Toastmaster of the day. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashika and the tag team, for introducing their roles. We all have seen the current national flag, but do you know that during 1921, the first national flag was designed by Pingali Venkaya, and it consisted of 2 colors, red and green. The red signifies the Hindu and the green signifies the Muslim. Gandhiji recommended that the addition of white strip to symbolize the meaning of communities of India and the spinning wheel to signify the development of countries. With this, we'll be moving to our first segment, which is the prepared speech. And our first speaker is Toastmaster Tanmay. He is a senior analyst with Flipkart on weekdays and an explorer on weekends. He is a cyclist, he is a movie buff at night and a foodie at mealtime. But before that, I would like to call his evaluator, Toastmaster Aloysius, for sharing the speech objective.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day, Shobik, for giving me an opportunity to speak about the evaluation. Yes, today, Toastmaster Tanmay Srivastava is attempting his level 2 project 3 speech, and that topic is how do I? The purpose is to share his experiences as part of his project, and also the purpose is to clearly define how Toastmasters envisages his mentoring. So the pathways is innovative planning, and I wish him all the best for his speech. His speech is for 5 minutes. He can go up to 7 minutes. And that's all from my side. Over to Toastmaster of the day, Shobik. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aloysius, for telling the speech objective. Toastmaster Tanmay, how do I? How do I, Toastmaster Tanmay?
Miss, how do I do this? Does this remind you of anything? While we were in school, we used to reach out to our teachers to ask them for the questions that we do not know how to answer. I would go to my math teacher and ask them, Miss, how do I calculate the probability? And I'm not sure how do I get this 5% confidence interval. Or I go out to my biology teacher, sir, I don't know what is this? Like, what is this parts of this biology? And they always tell me. They would always give me some reference point, some reading material, some articles, and sometimes even extra questions or extra classes. But those points that time helped me to understand those concepts in a better manner. But that was a student teacher, a guru shishya parampara. But when we grow up in our life, it just doesn't stop at schools or coachings or colleges. We have mentors across all steps of our life. Now let me ask you, can you please type in chat, yes, if you have a mentor in Toastmasters or in your professional journey? I see there are so many yes pouring in. You can also type no as well if you don't have a mentor. Everyone needs a mentor. And that is evident from the chat, which is being stormed by the army of yeses, like on the Normandy beach. And that tells us that everyone here understands how important it is to be a mentor, how important it is to have a mentor in your life. Even Oprah once said, a mentor is someone who allows you to see the potential inside yourself, to see the hope inside yourself. Because while we are in a situation, we do not understand our potential until someone walks into our life and teaches us to tap into that unexplored dimension. Do you think you would have been an engineer if it is not for a math teacher who encouraged you in mathematics? Or a doctor if your mother have not put a balloon in her hand and made you study? Because as they say, your parents are your first teacher. And what is a teacher if not a mentor? This is important. Having a mentor is important. But what does a mentor do? What is something that they do that is so different from having a teacher or a companion in your life journey? A mentor never overfeeds you. Unlike your mother, who always overfeeds me, at least in my case, A mentor teaches you where to look, what questions to ask. If I go to my manager and ask him, Ankur, tell me, how should I solve this question? I'm not able to understand how should I apply this score in my business application. He might give me some ideas. Now, there are some people who will actually give the right answer that what you need to do to achieve this. But is that a good mentorship? What do you think? Yes, no? Because once you teaches a man how to fish, he can fish for life. He can have food for life. But if you give him the food in his hand, he might be like, yeah, food just comes in easy. And that might be problematic when in the longer run of the life. Now, another thing is that finding a mentor is a journey which everyone should embark upon. Ankur Warikoo, in his book, Do Epic Shit, said in his chapter called Success and Failures that finding a mentor is the most important aspect that you can do in your life. Because a mentor tells you what to do, what not to do, but he also let you grow with a comforted pace that you should explore what is there. But does that mean that there should only be one mentor? Definitely not. There could be some things that a certain person is good at, but there are other things which anyone else could tell you better. So do not stop at one mentor, but that does not mean that you collect mentors like the Infinity Gems. Because having multiple mentors means that you are not thinking for yourself. If I have a problem and I go to my mentor one, sir, I'm not sure how do I write this speech, where do I open this, how do I close it? They might give me something. But then I got stuck at transition. I reach out to my second mentor. Ma'am, the thing is that I'm not sure how do I transition from the opening to the closing? And they might give me certain ideas. But am I putting in the hard work over there? No, right? You need to put in your hard work to get the best out of the mentorship. Because a mentor need not to know everything, but he can still give you anecdotal advice to push you in the right direction. He can teach you how to ask the right questions, because asking the right questions is more important than getting the right answers. He can connect you with the right person so that if you have a question that he's not able to answer, you can ask someone else. And mentoring is not like managing. If you think mentoring and managing are both equal, then you're wrong, my friend. Because mentoring makes you capable of managing, but managing need not do the same to you. One other thing that I have noticed is that many people think that older and experienced are always good as mentors. But do you think that they are always better? Because sometimes there are some problems that you are facing which someone else might have gone more recently, and they might be able to advise you better. But still we rush towards our more experienced connections. That can you tell me how to do this? They might have done this 10 years back, but not now. And it's not like that you are choosing your mentors like a Domino's pizza. It's like a Subway sandwich. You choose what to put in. So next time you have a question that how do I do something, reach out to your mentor. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanmay, for that wonderful speech. I completely agree with you that having a good member can help you in life in many ways. Thank you so much. Now, I would like to call the second speaker. Toastmaster Sarita is a soft skill trainer and a coach. She loves to listen to music, in particular Ghazal. And to evaluate her, we have Toastmaster Sonal. Toastmaster Sonal, can you please read the evaluation resources?
Yes. The purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. The purpose of this speech is also for the member to share some aspect of a previous experience as a protege. Timer, please note the timing is between 5 and 7 minutes, and I wish the speaker all the very best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sonal, for reading out the evaluation sheet. Toastmaster Sarita, have you found your North Star? Have you found your North Star, Toastmaster Sarita?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Shovik. And I would, first of all, wish all of you the 75th Independence Day. And I'll start with my speech, the North Star. For thousands of years, navigators and travelers have been looking at North Star as a beacon of hope and inspiration. When they sailed to the sea, when they were in the midst of wilderness, without getting lost, it was the North Star that guided them to be there and reach their goals. North Stars is formerly known as Polaris as well. And it seems when you look at North Star, it is fixed and all the other stars and celestial bodies goes around it. Yeah, North Star is also something that you can see at any point or any hour of the night, at any time of the night, towards the North Hemisphere. Now, why am I talking about North Star? Because I consider that just like North Star, a mentor also plays a very crucial role in your life. They are like the guide, they are like the coach, they are like the navigation system when you get lost. In this speech, I'm going to share about 3 very important people whom I consider as my mentors. The first person that I would like to talk about is my colleague, Swati Ghosh. She was somebody who has held my hand when I was almost in the wilderness of corporate world. This was my first job and I didn't know what to do. I was clueless. I felt that I was giving my best, but I was not getting the results that I was looking for. And that's when she actually held my hand, and she didn't give me thesis or advices on what I should do. All she did was, she said, I attend your sessions and I see that you are a brilliant trainer, but I still feel that you are in your bronze age and not the golden age. She said, go back, think, how can you make your training sessions that would reflect that you are in your golden age? And that was a powerful question for me because I went back and looked at how I was delivering my sessions, what could I do? And I was able to self-reflect and come up with certain things that I wasn't doing right. And I was doing the same thing, looking for a different result. And I think that was very powerful from Swati Ghosh. I found my North Star in Swati Ghosh. The second person is none other than my husband. This was another crucial part of my life when I was struggling with my personal relationship. I didn't know where should I balance myself. Who should I give importance to? How should I prioritize my relationships? And we all know that prioritizing relationships is also equally important because there are a lot of people who are around you who need your support. And that's when, again, questioning was a tool that my husband used and asked me a very powerful question that today, if you close your eyes and if you're looking for adding value to somebody's life, who is that first person that comes to your mind? And I got my instant question that where should I really be looking at and where should I be spending all my effort and energy? I found my North Star in my husband, Prabhat. Have you found your North Star? Okay, that's a question that I'm going to keep asking you because you need to look for your North Star to get that direction. Somebody who can hold you, somebody who can, like a North Star, give you the direction and stop you from being lost in this big world. Recently, I had another very important person in my life, Coach Kshitij, who sorted my problem. I've already spent 2 decades in learning and development, and now I'm looking at my second innings and I didn't know what to do. I really want to coach. I am an NLP practitioner and I would want to move ahead with coaching as my second or the primary career goal in the second part of my life. And it was Coach Kshitij who again listened to me. He didn't ask me a question this time. This time my coach listened to me without judgment, without questioning that what is it that I was looking for? Is it the name and fame that coach gets? that I'm looking at? Or is it really genuinely the idea of supporting people and being a mentor to them? And again, that really helped me to go back and understand what exactly I'm looking at. I found my North Star in Coach Kshitij. My question is, have you found your North Star? If you have, then you are on a great journey. There's not just one North Star. We have just one North Star for our Earth, but you can have as many North Star as possible who can just hold you and help you to see what is right for yourself, because you get confused and fogged with a lot of feelings. So again, I'll ask you, have you found your North Star? If you have found your North Star, great, it's a wonderful journey. If no, please look for your North Star. I'm sure there is somewhere in the vicinity, your North Star waiting to direct you, to support you. Mentors are like, they don't stand ahead of you or behind you, but they walk along with you to empower you. And I'm sure you will be empowered by somebody who can really give that space and time and listen to you without judgment. On that note, I would wish all of you a great journey with your North Star. Go find your North Star. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sarita, for sharing your views on North Star. Well, I'm sure that everyone has a North Star in their life, whether in night or in life. When you are lost, when you need direction, you always need the help of that North Star. Thank you so much. As we all saw that how in 1921, the first flag was introduced, the first official flag was introduced, but it took almost 10 hours in 1931, when the Indian National Congress met in Karachi. They passed a resolution accepting a tricolor flag. This time, this flag consists of 3 colors. The first being the saffron, and it was replaced from red. The second being the white, and the third being the green, with spinning wheel of Gandhiji in the middle. This time, the flag has no idea of depicting any religious communities. Now with this, we'll be moving to the second segment of our meeting, the table topic session. For that, I would like to call the table topic master, who is Toastmaster Rahul. Toastmaster Rahul is a Toastmaster from 2019 and a part of Capitaland Toastmaster Club. He belongs to a Malayali family, however, born and brought up in Karnataka. He aspires to be an EMC. Toastmaster, table topic master of Toastmaster Rahul, over to you.
Thank you so much, Tia Modi, for such a lovely introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, good morning, everyone. Yes, with excitement, what happened was because I forgot it's still good morning. Yes. So I got to know that there are few guests who have joined today's meeting. So for them, for their benefit, let me just brief out what exactly TTM session is all about, but then quickly jump into the section. Okay. So TTM session is nothing but a section where impromptu skill of a particular speaker will improve. So to improve that, definitely there has to be a process, right? So in this, the process is very simple. So this section will be hosted by me, and I am called as table topic master. And what I have is set of topics with me. Anybody in this meeting, whether it can be a guest or it can be a Toastmaster, can nominate yourself. And what I would be giving, I'll be giving you a simple topic. You can take 10 seconds of time to think about it and just deliver whatever comes to your mind. Nobody is going to say anything or nobody is going to judge you. Here, everybody is there to support. So just come forward and say whatever comes to your mind. And one more thing, to be eligible for voting, we need to take care of timing. So whoever the speaker comes here, make sure that you have to speak between 1 minute to 2 minutes 30 seconds, where our timer will show green card at 1 minute, yellow card, you have to be ready with 1 minute 30 seconds, yellow card will be shown, which means that you have to wrap it up. At 2 minutes, it will be shown with red card. That means you almost hit the deadline. So within the additional grace period of 30 seconds, wind up your speech. And if you come forward and didn't even speak for 1 minute, no worries, because at least you came forward and spoke. That was this session is all about. So I hope all of you, all the guests and Toastmasters got to know about Toastmasters, what TTM session is, and also the rules. You can just show your thumbs up, something like that. Yes. Now let me just jump into the main matter. So what happened? I was thinking, how shall I conduct this table topic section? And it's Independence Day. It is special meeting. So why can't I make it special with small innovation? So that innovation is that if you all agree, I would like to conduct this particular table topic section in the form of TV show. So are you guys are very excited for that? If you guys can again show this thumbs up, I hope. Okay. Yes. So then let me start. Good afternoon, everybody. Once again, I'm extremely sorry. Good morning, everyone. This is your favorite host, Rahul V, and I welcome all of you to the show, We Speak. I know in this show, there are many celebrities who are going to be interviewed, and also I am also pretty much excited. And for all the celebrities present in this meeting, let me just give you what's going to happen in this show. So you will be called and you have to assume whatever the topic I give, you just assume yourself in that situation as that celebrity and speak whatever comes to your mind. Okay. So let me see who is the first celebrity who is going to be part of my first show today. If nobody picks up, so nobody nominates, definitely I'm going to pick them. That is for sure, because it's my show, my wish. Let's see who is the first person. Anybody would like to go ahead? I can see a lot of smiling faces. So does that mean I have to pick by myself? Okay, then let me pick by myself. Toastmaster Rakesh from SpeakersDen. Would you like to try?
Okay.
Yes, Rakesh. So hello, my dear lovely audience. This is the person. He is the first Indian astronaut to step on Mars. So Toastmaster Rakesh, how was your feeling? Please go ahead. Take 10 seconds of time to give it a thought. And go
Sir,
ahead
come again. I didn't get the question.
Toastmaster Rakesh is the first Indian astronaut to step on Mars. You are the first Indian astronaut to step on Mars. You can take your time and whatever comes to your mind, just deliver it. No worries.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I have just landed on Mars and I feel like it's a very empty field, not like Earth where it's very thickly populated, nowhere else. Only mountains and hills are seen here. It's very unique and it's a new experience for me. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, Rakesh. Can we have a big round of applause for the first person who came without any hesitation? Just yes. Thank you so much. And Toastmaster Rakesh, to be honest, I can understand why you were fumbling because I can understand the way you stepped on Mars and the look you had. You are the first Indian to have a look at Mars. I think that was the reason you couldn't express that in words. So I hope next time whenever we call you back, we will have lot stories from you as a first Indian astronaut. Thank you so much. Now, already we had one celebrity from our lovely speakers. Then may have one person from Capitaland, and we can go ahead with the guests too. Yes, our lovely presiding officer Aloysius would like to go. Yes, without much further ado, let me introduce this person. This is the person who planted 3 lakh trees in just 3 days. 3 lakh trees in just 3 days. So Toastmaster Aloysius, what made you to do this achievement? And please walk us through your journey. Over to you.
Yes, it was a very memorable journey where we had received the instruction from the government, and being the 75th Independence Day, we had no other opportunity but actually go ahead. The plan was such that 3 lakh trees was to arrive at our campus and we needed to plant it. So how do we go about it? That was a very big problem. I was, of course, a very voracious listener when I heard the instructions. But then being a voracious listener doesn't actually count. You've got to be a voracious person who actually gets on the ground and gets it implemented. Very simple. We reached out to our entire community of ITPB and the entire Toastmaster community. We send them emails, instructions, asking them to come over. And the good thing is they did come over. We went over to the forest across. I suppose the people of Den know where the forest is. There is a forest line just across. We went over to the land and each and every person was given 10 trees with a target. And believe me or not, they did it. So like we say, yes, where there is a will, there is a way. Surely on the 75th Independence Day, nothing is impossible. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much, Aloysius, for such a thought-provoking work. And also, I got to know that because of you, all the other people are getting inspired and they are planning to give you a title of Plant Man. So I hope we can see a lot of Plantman inspired from you. Thank you so much. Now, I got to know that I was calling people from Capitaland and those things, right? There is one more special celebrity who is called as Sakshi Singh. So may I have Sakshi Singh to just have a speech? You are speaking on mute. Could you please unmute yourself?
Hi, Rahul. Yes, I can
Yes,
speak.
Sakshi. Yes. So, my dear lovely audience, again, this is the celebrity who created world record by clicking 10,000 selfies in just 10 minutes. So, yes, Sakshi, could you please walk us through how you were able to achieve this milestone? That too, you created world record by taking 10,000 selfies in just 10 minutes. So, please, the stage is yours.
Is it the hypothetical situation that I have
Yes.
to?
Yes. Just a hypothetical situation where you created the world record.
Okay, thank you so much for this really intriguing table topic. And I think that this is nothing we have to think of hypothetical. I can really do this in real life also. So there are times when we look so good that at every angle or every face angle we get a good picture. But then there are bad days also where we are thinking and we have given enough time to our outfit and makeup and everything, and still something goes wrong and we do not get the good picture, and then we keep on taking pictures from here and there, different angles, and still we are not satisfied. So if this is the case, then what would happen? First of all those my friends who were really tired to take my pictures every now and then, they would be happy because finally they have contributed to the success of mine in this case. And this is a really peculiar thing or a peculiar way to achieve fame, where you are clicking these many selfies in 10 minutes and getting the world record. But yes, then I would be dedicating all of these awards or this one particular award to my friends who were sometimes more enthusiastic than me to click my pictures. So there are times when I really get tired and I want to just sit, but they want to make it look good because they are obsessed with their phone cameras. So they want to take the best shot out of their phone cameras. So some people are like this. They're not focused on the person, but the camera. So I would be really thankful and glad that this happened, and it was not a waste of time at all. That's it. Thank you so much, TTM Rahul. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Sakshi Singh, for such a lovely speech. And let me guys tell you a small secret that currently Sakshi Singh is planning to break her own world record by taking 20,000 selfies in 10 minutes. So the only request for our Sakshi Singh is that please make me also part of your selfie, so that I can proudly say I was also part of that world record. Thank you so much. Now, shall we have the guests who would like to go? Let me look for guests. Yes, Pooja, would you like to go next?
Yes.
Yes, Pooja. So again, I'm getting a lot of different set of celebrities from different areas. So this is the celebrity who won Best Heroine of 2021 in her debut film itself. So Pooja, what made you to achieve this, and please walk us through your journey of becoming an actress and winning this Best Actress of 2021 award.
Okay, so so this dream started from small city and looking at famous actresses, copying their dance, copying their acting, and coming with dream to Mumbai to see this Bollywood industry, and it was struggle. Obviously, it is not that easy. Everyone knows how it is, and it started. I gave a lot of auditions. I got rejections also. Finally, I got break, and finally I got break, and I did a lot of rehearsals on my role, and finally I'm here. Like thankful for who seen my capability of acting and who gave me chance for this role. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pooja, for such a lovely speech. And even though you have achieved all of these things, but still you are so much humble. I think all the actors request, I think they will try to adapt your humble nature. I think that will increase their fan base. Thank you so much. Now, already we met with 4 set of celebrities. I think we have time for 3 more celebrities. So who would like to go next? Already I picked all the people from different categories, and I will open the floor for anyone who can nominate their name. Okay, I can see our guest Pai and our counter. So let's go with guest and then also go with our counter Swati. So Pai, would you like to go next?
Yeah, I can go next.
Yes, Pai. So he is a painter whose painting sold for 1.2 million. So our guest Pai, now please go ahead with like what inspired you become a painter and what is the painting you made that sold for $1.2 million. So the stage is yours. You can take 10 seconds of time to give it a thought.
Yeah, I think it was my childhood dream to be a painter. So my parents encouraged me to really spend time on my talent, and this was, really useful for me to reach the big. Now today I can say I have reached a stage where I can compete with, world class painters. And what I can say is it was not easy for me to reach here, but it involved a lot of hard work, a lot of practice, and this is how I was able to achieve my dream. But to really become world class, I had to spend day and night. I had to be, completely dedicating my time. So even though my parents, also in a way wanted me to settle in a secular job, but I also spent my free time with on the weekends, always in the painting. So today I can really say that all my success really goes to my parents and my friends who motivated me. And regarding the latest painting, which was sold for 1.2 million, I would say that was a world-class painting I did. And it was a painting about a beautiful city. And the painting had all the elements, which the crowd wondered, how can anyone achieve this type of painting? How can anybody really create this type of painting, which really helped me to, sell this painting for $1.2 million. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Pai. And to be honest, it never felt like you are speaking for the first time. You spoke like an experienced Toastmaster. Kudos for that. And
thank you.
I am very much excited that what is the next painting you are going to paint, and the cost of, I am trying to estimate in my mind that how much would be the cost of that second painting. Eagerly waiting for your next painting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now,
thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Now, can we have Swati?
Yeah, hi.
Yes, Swati. Yes, hello. Okay. So till now, I was picking up people from different arenas, right? So this is the person who is very much she is famous from very much close to us, that is social media. So she is a famous Instagram star with 10.5 million followers. Okay, so I am very much eager to know how she was able to achieve this journey. So Swati, you are the Instagram star with 10.5 million followers. So please go ahead with your story.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Rahul. So thank you for giving me such a wonderful topic, because yeah, I am actually on Instagram and creating content. So I am actually at every point of time in my day, wherever I get close to the nature or any wonderful moment I see, I just record it. I record it and post it on Instagram. I just try to scroll through the list of songs or the great music that I see and attach to that video and just post it on the Instagram. So this is how I was able to get the followers initially, and it started with few followers in from time, and it became to 1 million followers later. So it gives me a lot of enthusiasm when I see all my posts getting liked and people are following as soon as I post. So that is my motivation, I see. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Swati. And as a proud fan of Swati, I can say, even I have liked many of your videos, and I would like to share your videos to my friends too, to increase your fan base. Thank you so much, Swati. Now, I got to know that since this interview is going very smooth and everybody is enjoying, I got a bit extra time. So instead of one left, we can go for 2 or more. So we have more chance to interview more celebrities. So let's see who is the next person would like to go next. Okay, I think our speaker Sankhya would like to go.
Sure.
Yes. Okay. Hello, my dear lovely audience. This is the one more celebrity. He is completely from different background. He is the highest paid chef who works in Hotel Taj. So yes, Sankhya, what would you like to say about your journey as a chef and also working in esteemed Hotel Taj of India? Over to you.
So it's a great privilege for me to share the stage with you, Toastmaster Rahul. That it's a great thing to share that what the story of chef is all about. Let me start off with when I was a young kid. So as a young kid, I had that knack within me to become a chef, and then my journey started. If you will be amazed to know that I started my journey with frying a papad. Well, that was the awesome journey which you can see. So even today, when people come to Taj, they are fond of my papad fry. They forget everything. Even if they forget that what are the various specialties which we have, the moment they come to know that Chef Shanko is here, they will definitely order the fried papad. Now let me tell you, there is some interesting aspect to this. When, apart from papad, there are a lot of other things which comes into play. The other day, Shah Rukh Khan entered the Taj. I was fascinated by him, and he was fascinated with me as well. I mean, not with me, but with my papad mainly. So the moment he came, he said, Shanko, please, you know what I want, what I love. I said, is it Kiran? He said, no, it's papad. That's what I love always. So his command is my wish. I mean, sorry, his wish is my command. So I gave him the papad. The other day, our lovely couple, Anushka Sharma and Virat Kohli came. I thought they came for some awesome dish, but guess what? This time, they actually came for not the papad, but some awesome dish. I was very heartbroken. Not by that they didn't mention papad, but because Anushka was actually got married with Virat Kohli. But that's the story of the chef at Taj. I hope you enjoyed. Over to you.
Thank you so much for such a lovely and great speech, Sankhya. The only request is, I think now we have a bit bond between us. So next time, whenever I came, I hope expecting a small discount from Tal side on behalf of your friend. Thank you so much. However, I got to know that the way you cook, the dishes you have cooked is so delicious. So I'm planning to come to Taj next weekend, dedicatedly just to taste your cooks. Thank you so much. Dishes. Thank you so much. Now, shall we have more celebrities who would like to, shall we have volunteers? Already we heard about lovely chef. So, yes, we have our Venkatesh Kumar and also our suggested terms Naveen. So I will go with Venkatesh and then I will also come to Naveen. Okay? Sure. Yes. Yes, Venkatesh. So are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yes. So, okay, let me just search about this. Okay. This lovely Venkatesh Kumar is a celebrity who is the chief minister who became consecutively 3 times winning the chief minister with highest majority. So, and still he is ruling that state. So, Venkatesh, how you were able to achieve such a great, what do I say, success, where you consecutively become chief minister for 3 tries? Over to you.
Thank you, TTM Rahul, for beautiful topic you have given me. During it has started from childhood only. I have seen from close views that what is the main problem in lacking our country, like what is the main problem in poverty, or why in our country education is not good for everyone. So I started taking a few steps in these areas, and I worked for other areas also. And by time passes, I started getting so much good response from my relatives, friends, people. I achieved many success, and this motivates me further to improve to other areas also. Now, when I'm eligible to become a MP or a member of parliament, many of the people said that you should nominate for this post, and after so much of support I nominated for, and I cannot believe after the results came, after election happened, results came, I win with so many votes, and our our colleague friends, they are much behind. This motivates me further to again rose for the chief minister post for next year. Again, same thing happened. I won with so much of margin of votes, and with this multiple success came. I became the three times chief minister with much margin. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Venkatesh Kumar. Yes, thank you so much, Venkatesh Kumar. You are present here. It's our great presence, and also it's our privilege to have Chief Minister in our this interview show. Thank you so much. And I would like to tell you, I think you have created a pretty strong fan base, because in our chat I was able to see that apne neta jaise ho, TM Venkateshwar jaisa ho. So I wish you would. I request you to, how a keynote speaker would come and take sessions in Toastmaster meeting. I request you to come as a keynote speaker to our state and take a session on how to be a chief minister to win consecutively. Thank you so much. Now let's go ahead with our Now let's go ahead with our next lovely celebrity, Naveen. Okay. So, my dear fellow audience, this is a bit strange, because this is the scientist who invented time machine, and currently the time machine print has not been revealed to the world, because he said that the people might misuse it. However, I would like to hear more from our lovely scientist, Toastmaster Naveen. Over to you. How you were able to invent a time machine? Over to you.
Hello. Thank you to Toastmaster Ragul for this topic. Yeah. So yeah, it's a pretty exciting to start with. Like we all have a the world is running behind the time, right? Like we follow time for everything. Like for I mean for even for this meeting and everything like so for that like I've been like people are running since people are running with the time. So I was thinking like what if we can change the time, like there are so many events occurring in the world. So sometimes we may think like I mean we may expect, we may get into a situation that is not that is not been expected. That is because from the past event that occurred. So we may think like what if we have done in the past like that, what if we have done something different in the past. So I've been so many people are like so I have entered into that kind of situations. So I've I forced myself to invent that kind of a machine, so that I can go back to the time and then change something differently, so that my current will be smoother. So that's why that that made me to invent that machine. So but while doing so, so that's why even for the movie kind of inspired by the end game, it is happened because of that. So after hearing my story, they just uh, they just made a movie out of it. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Naveen. And we can proudly say now we have a real Tony Stark, not an imaginary one. Thank you so much. Hello, my dear lovely audience. Here we came to end of this show because we already hit the time. So if you like this show, like this video, subscribe to my Rahul Blogs channel. And also I would request all of you to hit that bell icon so that you will get notification about future interview shows. So with this, I would like to hand over the stage back to our mesmerizing PMOD, Toastmaster Savik. Over to you.
Thank you, Table Topic Master Rahul, for such a wonderful table topic session. To be very honest, this is the most unique way of table topic session I have seen. Thank you so much. And now we all saw that how the Tiranga got evolved from time to time. But do you know what the color of in our Tiranga symbolizes? If you know, please raise your hand. I ask you the answer. What does orange indicates or green indicates? Yes, Toastmaster Anushka.
Yeah, hi, Toastmaster Sonic.
So what does
As I mentioned, right, the orange color of the Tiranga signifies the sacrifice that our freedom fighter have made to get us this independence, to be free to live at our will. The white color of the Tiranga signifies the peace and also the harmony between different culture and different people, and the variations of lands and languages. So this is the living with the peace and harmony. And now coming to the third part, that is the green color. So green color of our Tiranga represents the abundance of the resources and the greenery of resources, greenery of our land. So yeah, this is the significance of the three colors of our Tiranga, which help us to be a very peaceful and nation where people live with harmony and love.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anushka. Toastmaster Chetna, you have anything other from that to say?
No, Toastmaster Savik, what Anushka told, the same things.
Okay, thank you. Toastmaster Mansi, do you have anything other from that?
I mean, mostly it's same. It's the green color which signifies the growth as in unity, and the white color is peace and prosperity. That's it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Everybody said about the colors, but nobody mentioned about the Ashok Chakra in middle. So do you have anyone who knows what does that signifies? Any guess or any answers? Yes, Toastmaster Tanmay.
The 24 spokes of Ashok Chakra signifies the 24 principles.
Yes, and it also shows that there is a life in movement and death in stagnation. So with that, we'll be moving to the third segment of our session, which is the general evaluation session. And for that, I would like to call upon the general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Yashika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sonic. Before giving my general evaluation and tag teams evaluation, I would now request the evaluators, individual evaluators, to please come up and give the evaluation for the speaker. For the first speech, for Toastmaster Tanmay's speech, we had Toastmaster Aloysius. So I would now request Toastmaster Aloysius to please present his evaluation. Over to you, Toastmaster Aloysius.
Aloysius, you're on mute.
You're on mute.
No, you're on mute.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Yashika, for giving me this opportunity to evaluate the speaker number one. The speaker number one, Tanmay Srivastava. Okay, he has done a great speech. Overall, it was very good. He has excelled in clarity. There was a very good eye contact which he made, and his gestures were very appropriate. The good thing was he was standing up and very energetic when he spoke about how should I. His speech was appropriate, and the question of reaching out to mentors to find out how should I do something, that was well taken. In short, it was crisp. He did speak about even the other side, the disadvantages of multiple mentors and what could go wrong if you reach out to multiple vendors. Confidence level was very, very high, and it was, in short, a well-prepared speech. I feel that, yes, he can go few notches higher, and he has the capability to do much more. And certain areas where he could work upon, in my opinion, could be he could work upon his pronunciations of the English language. It would be a fairly good idea if he becomes a voracious listener to maybe few good speakers and also to some news readers who actually spell out and pronounce the word appropriately. So that is a learning in itself. And if he adopts that culture, I'm sure he would be, for him, sky's the limit. Another area where he could work about is also, I would say, a little bit of voice modulation. His speech was a bit monotonous. It was going in the same tone. So a little bit of voice modulation, yes, it would have made it more interesting, more lively. And the areas where he could challenge himself, yes, being a well-prepared speech, probably you're actually saying out what you have already prepared. So if you start using the word of the day or connecting to the previous speakers, and so that what happens is probably it gives an idea that you're very much into time, and also it also adds more points to yourself. Otherwise, let me tell you, you've done a great job. You have all the capabilities of becoming a very good public speaker. All the best, and thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Yashika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aloysius. Can we have a huge round of applause for our speaker and evaluator? Moving on to our second speech evaluator, Toastmaster Sonal, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Sarita. Over to you, Toastmaster.
So, Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and Toastmaster Sarita in particular, what I really liked about your speech was the confidence that you exuded. Firstly, the confidence that you exuded. You were very calm, composed. You know what you were speaking. There was a sense of earnestness, honesty when you were speaking. You articulated each and every single word that you uttered with so much of clarity. And that really stood out for me. You expressed yourself quite vehemently by naming your mentors, thanking them profusely. And I thought you did a very good job. Now, coming to what I absolutely loved and adored in your speech was that smile. You kept smiling throughout your speech. And I think that is an excellent way to deliver a speech, because you're so connected with us. It's such a pleasant experience. Nobody wants to come and see a grumpy speaker. Everyone wants to see a cheerful person. And that's what you were, a very, very cheerful speaker. Now, to take this speech of yours to the next level, I have a few suggestions for you. And the first one is, I felt you compromised the opening of your speech by thanking the TMOD, wishing us Happy Independence Day. I wish you hadn't done that. Just jump into your speech, because that's how you begin. All of us are so glued on to what you're trying to say. The first 10 seconds is when you hook the audience to your speech. Don't compromise that for anything else, I'd suggest. The second one is, I felt your speech, though it was a very well constructed, very well delivered speech, I felt there was more scope for the use of theatrics. Of course, you had body language, because that comes from honesty. Your gestures were very organic. They were very natural, because you were speaking straight from your heart. But I felt there was more scope for theatrics. For example, when you said, my second mentor, my husband, pause, and then say, yes, my husband is my mentor. I felt there was more scope to for theatrics and drama. It would have made it far more appealing than it already was. And the final one is, I wish how you ended it. I found my North Star. Have you found yours? You know, a rhetorical question. And it would have added more impact. What you say in the end lasts with the audience. So make it impactful, strong conclusion, I'd suggest. The other thing is, not just for you, but for everybody, we are very polite. We think, we have to thank the audience at the end of a speech. But when you are on stage, you are the authority. Absolutely no necessity to say thank you at the end of the speech. So in conclusion, I like the confidence. I like the calm demeanor. I love the smile. If you could work on the opening, certain dramatics, and the stronger conclusion, I'm sure this speech of yours will go on to become an even greater presentation. And with that, Toastmaster Savita, I wish you all the very best for your forthcoming speeches. Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sonal. Can we have a huge round of applause for our evaluator and speaker? Thus, this completes the evaluation of the speakers. Now we will move on to our tag evaluation. So for that, I would request Toastmaster Anushka to please present her timer report.
Yeah, sure, Toastmaster Yashika. So let me just share my screen. So regarding the prepared speeches, since we have like 7 minutes of speech time and 30 minutes of grace period, both of the speakers got qualified. Regarding the table topic session, I think only Rakesh was under time. Rest all speakers qualified for the table topic session. For the evaluations, both of the evaluators qualified. Including the grace Toastmaster, including the grace period of 30 seconds. So I think, this was the report for the timings. Over to you, General Evaluator Yashika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anushka. Can we have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Anushka for her crisp report? Moving on to our counter, I would request Toastmaster Swati to please present her report. Over to you, Toastmaster Swati.
Sure. So I'll share my screen. So I've actually reported all the filler words, and here is the count. Tanmay has used 1 filler word, like Sarita has used 1 filler word, Rahul has used 19 filler words, Rakesh has used 6, Alushis has used 0, and Souvik has used 8 filler words, Sakshi has used 6, Pooja has used 13, and Pai has used 7 filler words, Sankhya has used 1, and Venkatesh Kumar has used 11 filler words, Naveen has used 18. I'm not sure about mine, and Anushka has used 10 filler words. That's about my report.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Swati, for your report. Moving on to our grammarian report. Over to you, Toastmaster Chetna, for your grammarian report.
Yeah, sure, Yashika. Let me just share my screen. With regard to the good usage, mentor is one who allows you to see the potential in oneself, which was used by Toastmaster Tanmay. And TM Sarita had used a quote, beacon of hope and inspiration. And also she used many words like crucial, brilliant, self-reflect, prioritizing, genuinely, empower. And there was a good usage made by Toastmaster Sarita, empower. Obsessed was used by Toastmaster Sakshi, and TN Swati had used a good usage word called enthusiasm. And Sankhya had used privilege and fascinated, which were good usage. And Toastmaster Aloysius had used a quote, sky is the limit. And Toastmaster Sonal used a good usage word, profusely. Coming to the improper usage, it has started, it could have been better used as it had started. In this areas, better used as in these areas. Achieved many success, achieved success in many aspects. This is not being expected. This is not expected. And the word of the day, voracious, was used by Toastmaster Aloysius thrice. That's it, Yashika. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chetna. Can we have a huge round of applause for the TAC team for their report? Coming to my general evaluation report, let me just get started. We started the meeting at 11:02, which is 2 minutes than our normal time, which is okay because we were still waiting for our role takers to join in. But yeah, maybe we can take this as an learning to start the meeting right on time, and we can begin. I mean, we can have people getting in at 10:45 or before that, so that we can also have some AV checks done, so that when we start the meeting, we do not run into some issues. But we started on 11:02 and Toastmaster Naveen took the stage. Toastmaster Naveen, kudos to you on starting with, as Toastmaster Tanmay also mentioned, you started with a high note, welcomed everyone, greeted everyone, told us about the theme also with respect to your thoughts on that. And then you went on telling the ground rules and the mission of the statement. I'm not sure whether it was just for me, but for the first few minutes, you were not visible on the screen. It might be a network glitch or something, but maybe you can just, take a look into it. And because see, whenever we are on the screen, right? And since the Sergeant at Arms is the person who is coming for the, he's that first person who is on the stage, you need to pass on that energy to the other speakers as well. Since it was such an energetic start, I would have appreciated if you could just come on camera. I'm not sure whether it was just a glitch or something, but because after that you were there. So maybe just take a look into that. And other than that, it was great. Then we had our two presiding officers, Toastmaster Tanmay and Toastmaster Aloysius. Kudos to you on starting this on a very unique way, because every time I have attended a linkers meet or a rendezvous meeting, it's the first presiding officer who starts and the second presiding officer who ends. But you both took the stage and introduced yourself, introduced the clubs you belong to. So that was a great thought on doing it. The only suggestion that I would have, and maybe I might have missed it, both of you, I guess, did not mention about what Toastmasters is. I might have missed, but it was just one thing that that caught my attention, that Toastmasters is something, we are part of this community. So for the benefit of the guests, right, maybe we can just give them a history of how Toastmasters began and how the vision of Ralph C. Smedley, the 97 years of this institution, has come into fruition, right? So it's something that we can just make a note, both the presiding officers, and we can just work upon it. Other than that, I felt it was a very engaging session by the presiding officers, because you all introduced the guests. Toastmaster Tanmay introduced the guest also, and many people came forward. So that was a good thing. Kudos to you on doing that. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shovik. Great energy, to be very honest. You started the theme was so unique. Not, unique in a way, because we are celebrating our 75th independence. So everybody is, filled with that pride and energy, and you kind of replicated that to the stage, and that was really very well done. history, you talked about history, you had some special learnings for us, quiz, interaction, everything was in that right place, and every aspect of it was covered. You in fact had the speaker's introduction, the evaluator's introduction, everybody's introduction was done. So that made sure that you have done your homework before. So kudos to you on doing that. Just one suggestion that I can give is maybe since it was a lovely audience, like lively audience, rather than just asking them to put on the chat, you can ask them to unmute, so that people who are not on camera, maybe they can also come on camera, and we can have a good amount of interaction with everybody who is present here. Other than that, I guess Toastmaster Shovik, you covered everything in all. Let me come to my speakers and evaluators, Toastmaster Tanmay, Toastmaster Sarita. I did not know that both of you had the same, L2, P3, I guess, mentoring speeches, but it was a surprise for me. So congratulations on giving the speech of mentoring on this particular day when we are at this linkers meeting. Both the speeches were really very good, and I guess the evaluators have already pointed out. A note to the evaluators is one thing: whenever we are giving them suggestions, maybe point out where that suggestion is needed. For example, Toastmaster Aloysius, you mentioned about voice modulation. Where exactly does Toastmaster Tanmay need to improve on voice modulation? Give an example, just an example would do, because that would help the speaker to work upon their improvements that has been given. Other than that, Toastmaster Aloysius, the evaluation was really very simple and plain, and it actually helped. I hope it actually helped Toastmaster Tanmay. Toastmaster Sonal, kudos to you on giving that evaluation. The only suggestion that I would have is sometimes we run out of words, right? And we start using very many times. So you had an example, very, very cheerful. So this means that we are running out of words. So maybe just avoid this, usages of very at this particular juncture, because this actually will not kind of give an impact to what exactly you are saying. Just cheerful or very cheerful would have done. Very, very cheerful is just an exaggeration. Other than that, I guess both the evaluators and both the speakers were definitely, they did a pretty good job on giving that evaluation. Coming to my TTM, I guess that was one of the most unique ways I have seen a table topic session being conducted as a TV session. So congratulations, Toastmaster Rahul, on bringing that thing, because I felt that everybody was involved, even the guest, even the members, everybody was participating, and that's what a table topic master is supposed to do, involve the audience and guest, the members and the guests, so that they can come up, speak their heart out in this impromptu speaking section. And to the table topic speakers, the one thing that I always say to the table topic speakers is give a pat on your back that you have come up, spoke for 1 to 2 minutes. I mean, when I started my Toastmasters journey, I was really, very scared of table topics. I would not participate, even if the table topics master would call. But this time I can see that every table topic speaker came up, they raised hands, in fact. So that is a good job. And that is the start of your Toastmasters journey, in fact, your impromptu speaking journey. So congratulations on doing that. To my tag team, thank you so much for your report and for being a voracious listener, because every time it's very important, and people feel that tag is just a simple role, but I feel it's the most difficult role, because you will have to listen to each and every speaker, record their timing, record their ahs and ums, record their grammar. So kudos to you, tag team. The only suggestion that I would have for the whole of tag team in general is mention the importance of tag. I know Toastmaster Anushka did mention about the importance of time. Then maybe we can also have, why exactly do we need an R counter? Why exactly do we need a grammarian? And why exactly do we have it in a Toastmasters meeting, right? So maybe that importance could be brought upon, because every role has its importance. Right now, I am giving a general evaluation. That role has an importance, because that will help us to improve our meeting qualities going forward. Similarly, tag timer. Time is really important to manage our time in a Toastmasters meeting. R is very important because R's and ums are something which might distract the audience. So we need to lessen them. And grammar is the necessity because grammar, vocabulary, and everything is a part of our life. So maybe if we can cover that in our tag introduction, or maybe just when you are giving your reports, that would do. The also one thing that I would like to highlight is Toastmaster Chetna as a grammarian, and it's in general for all the grammarians, just put out the word of the day on the chat when you have already told it, because there might be people who are joining afterwards and they might not know what the word of the day was. So if you can just put it on the chat at regular intervals, or one example or one more suggestion then I can give that we also practice is have it at the background, so that everybody who is coming in, right, they can just see your background. Okay, Toastmaster the grammarian has a background with the word of the day. So that can also intrigue people to use that, because they're already looking at your screen to just check on the word of the day. But other than that, I felt the meeting was superb. I had a blast of my time, because Sunday morning and attending a Toastmasters meeting is something that I have not done for a very long time. We used to just complete it by Saturday, and Sunday was my relaxing day. But coming here, attending this linkers meeting did give a lot of inspiration and motivation, because also it invigorated the sense of pride that we should have for our country. 75 independence is not an easy thing, right? So thank you so much again, SpeakersDen and Capitaland, for coming forward, coming together for this particular meeting and making it a successful one. This is all from my side, and I hope I did justice to it. But okay, thank you so much, and over to you, Toastmaster Shop.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Yashika, for that detailed report. I congratulate all the speakers for completing their pathways, and thanks to all the role takers for taking out time and performing their duties. Now I would like to share the voting link. Please cast your vote. And till the time everybody is busy casting their vote, one final question before I hand the stage to presiding officer. Let's see who gets this right. Can anyone tell me who was the first person to carry the flag in space? Any idea?
You mean Indian flag?
Sorry? Yeah, Indian flag. Indian flag. So no idea. Okay,
Rakesh Sharma?
Yeah, that's the right answer. Rakesh Sharma is the right answer. Well, the national flag flew into the space in 1984 when Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma became the first Indian to travel to space. And when he was there in the space station, Indira Gandhi, our former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, called him and asked him, how does India look from above? And what was his response? Yes, Toastmaster Tanmay has already written that. He told, "Sare jahan se acha Hindustan hamara." Well, we have so many problems in our country. Instead of criticizing it, try to be the change. Try to change our surroundings. If you and me changes, India will grow. India will change. With that, I would like to hand the stage to the presiding officer of the day. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. What a wonderful way to conclude today's meeting. I would like to invite, while we are here at the end of the meeting, I request everyone to please go and vote on the voting link, so that we have the results well within time. Now, I would like to request my fellow presiding officer, Toastmaster Aloysius, for giving his presidential address before we move on towards the award ceremony of this meeting.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Tanmay, for giving me the opportunity. Yes, I would like to thank all the role takers of DEN and all the role takers of Capitaland Toastmasters for showing the energy level and also actively participating in the entire meeting today. Like Yashika just mentioned, yes, it's been a long time that we ever had a meeting on a Sunday. For me, it's the first time, but let me tell you, yes, it was enjoyable, and I'm sure every one of us here would echo that as well. I'd also like to thank the guests also who came on stage today and participated very actively. So this is an opportunity for us and an opportunity for them to let us know how the meeting went. So we have something called the moments of truth. So maybe you can actually put in your comments in the moments of truth, especially for the guests. What do you think about the meeting linkers meeting today? And how would you promote it from your side? Would you join us, or would you tell your friends and colleagues to actively participate in Toastmasters clubs? Now, as Yashika mentioned, we didn't speak about Toastmasters International. Yes, only reason is everybody knows about it because most of us are here. But yes, for the benefit of the guests who've joined today, for the benefit of those who attended Toastmasters Club for the first time, let me tell you, it is a non-profit organization, US-based, has more than 16,200 clubs across the globe, out of which more than 200 clubs are there in Karnataka alone, and more than Fortune 5, more than 50% of the Fortune 500 companies have them. The good thing is it's a platform for learning, it's a platform for public speaking, it's a platform for leadership, and anybody who wants to improve in their career, this is the right place, not necessarily Capitaland Toastmasters or Den Toastmasters. Please join a Toastmasters club, and I'm sure you will be able to reach your goal. Just for example, most of us here are technically very qualified. Most of us here know our job. Some of us are engineers, some of us are professionals. But when it comes to communicating what we know to our superiors, to the leadership, there is always a glitch. And that's where we falter. So this is a platform where we can actually improve our communication skills, because communication is a key. And for us, the moment you improve your communication skills, you're able to be visible, you're able to go to the next level. And like any CEO, you speak to any CEO, any top leadership, they would always recommend Toastmasters as part of their well-being. So with this, I would like to hand over the stage back to the presiding officer of DEN, Tanmay, for taking it further. Over to you, Tanmay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aloysius, for introducing about the Toastmasters, which we missed in the first part, and for correcting it, because it's better late than never. Now, while we are over here at the end of the meeting, may I please request everyone again to go and vote if you haven't done so yet. Our VPE of SpeakersDen, Toastmaster Sonic, is ready to announce the results and is still waiting for some of the members to vote. Meanwhile, may I request our guest to please share their feedback of the meeting. Do we have, wait a second. Is there anyone who would like to come up on the stage and share the feedback with the meeting right now, or you can do so later as well? Okay, let me call you. I would like to invite someone whose name is the same as the one who carried our Indian national flag in this space for the very first time, Toastmaster Rakesh. How was your experience of today's meeting?
This is my first meeting, and yeah, just starting. It was great. I mean, everything was professionally done. And there are a lot of sections over here where different parts like role taking and everything, and I like those. And we also regarding my speech, I was just scared. Nothing was coming in my head. It was blank. So this is the first time. I feel I could improve later on in this. And overall, it is a great experience, and I'm looking forward for more.
Thank you, Rakesh. Thank you, Rakesh, for sharing your thoughts. And as you said, like, we feel scared then you're stepping up for a new role, for a new activity. And it's all right to feel scared until unless you are stepping up. Because it's not about whether you are scared of doing something, it's about you are still doing it even when you are scared. That's how our Indian national flag got hoisted on Lal Killa in 1947. And that's how we will also go on this journey of public speaking with everyone else in this, not just in DEN, but also in the entire Toastmasters. Now, Souvik, do we have the results ready?
Yes, we have around 19 votes.
You have around 19 votes. All right. Can you please update the certificates and then we can start? Let us know when we can start with the awards.
Sure, just a minute.
Definitely. All right, Gopika. Thanks for joining in. We only have 12 more minutes, so people who can stay till by 1 after you do so. And meanwhile, feel free to share your thoughts or your plans for the Indian Independence Day 75th year celebration tomorrow. I still do miss the laddus from the school though.
I'm in Delhi, Tanmay, so I'm planning to go to Lal Killa this time.
Oh my God, you are the chief guest.
No. It's an experience altogether.
Yes, it is an experience. An unparalleled experience, just like the Wagah border. Like your heart is filled with pride while India celebrates the Indian independence at the very same place where we got independence.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, just a small question, because I had this doubt from my childhood. So to go attend that independence, that Lal Killa, do we need to take pass or something, or anybody can go without any pass or something? Because I'm not sure, because there are a lot of people gathered there, right? So I'm not sure. Do we need to take pass?
Yeah, we have to. But then as an Indian, I'll not go by the pass. You have place from where you want to. By the pass. That's where I'm looking in. I mean, just traveling to the city and visiting places. How's the flag hosting going on? I'll not be going by the passes.
Yeah, thank you.
Right. Decisions, not planning was not well.
Mansi, we are having some troubles in catching you from Lal Killa. We will be back to our correspondent shortly. Meanwhile, we do have the awards in place. So may I request Toastmaster Souvik to share his screen with the certificate for the following results. The best speaker of today's Linkers Meet between SpeakersDen and Capitaland Toastmaster goes to, drum rolls please, Toastmaster Souvik.
1 minute.
And
you want me to share the certificates or the voting results?
Share the screen with the share your screen with the certificates.
Sure.
We are back to the studio. We are facing some technical glitches while connecting to our IT team. All right, so best speaker award goes to Toastmaster Tanmay, and congratulations. The best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Sonal. Sonal, congratulations to you. The best table topics speaker goes to Toastmaster Sankhya for being the chef of the day and putting a cherry on top of it with his exceptional cooking skills. The best role taker goes to the special moderator of today's meeting, Toastmaster Souvik. And we do have a surprise over here. The best auxiliary role taker goes not just for one, but for two, for Toastmaster Swati and Toastmaster Anushka for performing their tag team roles exceptionally. Thank you. Thank you. So thank you everyone for joining in today's meeting, and congratulations to all the role takers, all of the members who showed up, because showing up is winning in itself. Now with this, I conclude today's meeting on behalf of SpeakersDen and Capitaland Toastmasters Club, meeting number 291 and meeting number 20. Thank you. We can stop the recording now and